Welcome to Deco Guide, the only app designed to help you navigate your college and career journey in the quickest and most affordable way. This podcast is brought to you by EdTechity, dedicated to opening doors to higher education and career opportunities for all.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deco Guide podcast. This is Counselor Liz again. In today's episode, I'll be talking about student loans and whether they are a danger or a friend. I should preface this by saying that mostly what I'm going to be sharing is my personal take on it, the advice that I would give and kind of my opinion, but everyone's experience and circumstances is different. And so what's best for one person might be different than what's best for another. So always take into consideration your personal circumstances, but I'm just going to be giving some general advice and general information here that I think can apply to most students in the community college system. So to start off, financial aid. When you come to college, you're finding out that you're presented with quite a few different options for financial aid. So there are fee waivers, those that pay for your classes, like the California College Promise Grant. There are grants such as the Cal Grant and Pell Grant that you might be eligible for. There are scholarships that you could potentially earn. And then there are loans that you're offered as well. So in general, I really recommend for students to maximize all of the free money that you can get first. So fee waivers, grants, and scholarships are all free. You get that money or you get your classes paid for and you don't have to pay it back. That's free money. Loans are different. Loans you actually have to pay back. They give you the money right now, but in the future, once you're done with school, you do have to pay back that amount plus interest. At the community college, the cost is pretty low, and most students that I've come across can qualify for some type of aid, whether it's the fee waivers, the grants, or they apply for scholarships and get that to help them pay for classes. So make sure that you're really utilizing all of the other types of aid first before you take out a loan. The other thing to think about before you take out a loan is your personal circumstances. Are you working? And if you are working, what are you using your earnings for? Can you budget so that you can pay for whatever financial aid is not covering? Or if you're not eligible for any other types of grants, are you looking for scholarships? Are you setting aside money from each paycheck to help you pay for books and whatnot? Really try to create a budget that can help you pay for school through financial aid or your work earnings before you take out a loan. I really think that loans should be the last resort. Because like I said, you're going to have to pay them back in the future. And trust me, your future self will thank yourself if you can avoid having to pay that money back and being in debt in the future. Because years from now, once you've graduated, you're going to want to pursue other things in life, like having a home or a car or a family, and all of that costs money too. So having one less loan or one less source of debt will be helpful. When you go on to the university, if you're transferring, that I feel is a little different because the cost of the university sometimes can be heavier in terms of tuition or if you're having to move. So if it's needed to take out a loan at the university, again, that should be the last resort, but I think it's more understandable if you're taking it out then rather than at the community college, especially if you're at the community college and you're living at home and you have the support of your family. Try to utilize that. Be smart about how you're using your money when you're at the community college so that you don't have to take out loans. Personally, I went through the community college system. I went off to university. I got my master's degree, and in total, throughout all of my degrees and schooling in the different campuses that I attended, I really utilized my financial aid. I applied for a lot of scholarships and was fortunate enough to receive scholarships. So in total, I only had really a couple $1,000s in loans that I ended up taking out throughout community college to my master's degree. And I was able to pay that off pretty quickly. So that was a big release of stress compared to others who are paying off their loans for many, many years. Again, I know one situation is different, and so for some, taking out the loans is really necessary at different stages in their education, depending on what they have going on in their life. But like I mentioned, try to utilize your other financial aid and scholarship options first before you take out a loan. And if you're not completely sure what those options are, make sure that you're connecting with your school's financial aid office, with your counselors to learn about different scholarship options, because there is free money out there and it's waiting for you. So utilize that free money first and save yourself the stress of being more in debt than you have to. So hopefully you found this information helpful and it'll give you a new perspective on student loans. So for me personally, I would say student loans are more on the side of the danger, but again, everyone is in a different situation, so really think about your circumstances to find out what's best for you. So with that, keep on working hard, and we'll see you at the next one.
Thank you for tuning into Techo Guide, the app focused on bringing you tools and content to help you make better decisions about school, life, and career. We hope this episode has inspired you to pursue and excel in your own educational and career journey. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share.